Hey, Daily Dosers, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode. Today, I'm going to ask you a question. We're going to wonder about a question that for some of you might sound rather elementary, but for others of you, it's a question that's sat on your heart for way too long. And the question is simply this: why? Why follow Jesus? Why should I follow Jesus? And to get at that, I want to tell you a story about something that happened right here at our house just the other day. The other day, it was 26 below zero outside, and guess what happened? Our furnace went out. Yep, of course it happens on the coldest day of the year. Our furnace went out. And here's the thing about me, if you know me at all, you know that I am not very handy. I don't have a lot of technical skills when it comes to home improvement. I'm generally not your guy. And so when things like this happen, the first thing I do is pick up my phone and I call my contractor friend Jeff. And here's what I do. I do whatever Jeff tells me to do. I follow whatever advice, whatever guidance he gives me. I just do what I'm told. And 99% of the time, hey, things work out really well. Don't you wish, don't all of us, don't we wish we had someone like that in our real life? When the real sort of moments in life where we don't know where to turn or what to do, don't we wish we had someone like a contractor Jeff, who is a contractor of life? We could just simply call and say, what do I do? And he says, this is what you do. This is where you're to go. This is who you're to call. Well, folks, I want to suggest that following Jesus is sort of like having that guide, someone to follow. And I would describe the guidance in maybe three different ways. The gospel writer in the book of John, he's so eloquent in talking about who this Jesus is that we're invited to follow. In chapter 8 of the book of John, we hear Jesus say these words: I am the light of the world. I'm the light of the world. He who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Folks, you know as well as I do that in this life there's far too much darkness we have to deal with. Man, if you think about all we've been through over the last couple of years, there has been a need for light unlike any other time maybe in our lives. You see, this one Jesus who wants to be your guide, my guide, says that this Jesus promises to be light in the midst of whatever dark moments you and I face. The second thing John talks about when he talks about the sort of guidance that this Jesus offers, he says this: he uses the analogy of a shepherd. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Don't we all wish we had someone who really knows us? I mean, not like, hey, your name's Hans, you're a pastor, and you drive a black truck, right? Don't we all want people who know what goes on in those dark recesses of our minds and in our hearts? Don't we wish we knew someone who knew what keeps us up at night, the things that make us anxious, the things we're afraid of? Well, this one, Jesus says he's a good shepherd, someone who will guide us and lead us, who knows us deeply. The third thing John talks about, it talks about the sort of places that this guide in Jesus is leading us to. In the 10th chapter of the book of John, verse number 10, it says this: I came that they, all of us, that we may have life and have it abundantly. You see, we have a God who recognizes that you and I, we want a full life. And this God came to give us life, to give it abundantly, that we might live life to the fullest. You see, this is who this Jesus came to be. Why follow Jesus? Well, we're all following someone if we're really honest. So why not follow someone who says, I'll be your light in the midst of whatever darkness you face. I'll be that good shepherd in your life who knows you better than anyone else. Because I came to give you life and to give it abundantly. Why follow Jesus? Well, why wouldn't we? Hey, folks, thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I'd love for you to hit the bell if you're watching on YouTube so you get notifications. If you're watching on Facebook, like it, share it with a friend. And if you're watching on Cable Access 181, tell somebody. Invite them to watch with you. Have a good one.